Hi, I'm Joey, a PhD student at the University of Hong Kong. I'm also a researcher studying social determinants of mental health. Today, I'll be sharing my study on how sex, sexual orientation, and gender expression affect suicide behaviors among adolescents in Hong Kong. Don't worry, I'll explain it in a way that's easy to understand. Let's step in. Suicide is a major global public health concern, especially among young people. Previous research indicates that females, sexual minorities, and gender minorities are more susceptible to suicide thoughts and attempts. However, we still have limited knowledge of how these identities collectively contribute to the risk, particularly in the Chinese context. To better understand these complex dynamics, we adopted an intersectionality perspective in our study. This perspective recognizes that individuals have multiple identities, and their experiences are shaped by these overlapping identities. The influence of sex, gender expression, and sexual orientation actually reflect an oppression system called heteropatriarchy, which comes from sexism and heterosexism in our society. The data for our study comes from the Youth Sexuality Study, a population representative survey conducted among secondary school students in Hong Kong. We analyzed the responses from 8,034 adolescents using a novel method called MAI-HDA, which is short for multi-level analysis of individual heterogeneity and discriminatory accuracy. It's a bit of a mouthful, but this approach offers significant theoretical and methodological advantages compared to traditional methods. Our findings are striking. We discovered that the identities accounted for 12.6% of the variation in suicide ideation and 10.5% in suicide attempts among Hong Kong adolescents. Adolescents with multiple marginalized identities face a higher risk of suicide ideation attempts. Almost half of the girls who self-identified as non-heterosexual and gender non-conforming considered suicide in the past 12 months. It's crucial to understand that these identity-based disadvantages are not solely due to biology. They are deeply rooted in the oppression system in our society. So effective suicide prevention efforts should address more than individual risk factors and structural systemic changes. Moreover, it's not sufficient to target only one identity in interventions. We should move away from a one-size-fits-all approach to ensure that interventions are inclusive, equitable, and effective. That's all for my sharing. If you have any questions or would like to discuss my study further, feel free to reach out.